Once upon a time, in the heart of a lush green forest, there lived a wise old tortoise named Tobias. Tobias was no ordinary tortoise, for he carried a special backpack that had been gifted to him by a kind forest fairy many years ago. This wasn't just any backpack, it was magical. It could give Tobias anything he needed, but only if his intentions were pure and his heart was kind. The other animals in the forest admired Tobias for his wisdom and his gentle nature, but none of them knew about his magical backpack, except his closest friend, a sprightly squirrel named Sylvie. One sunny morning, as Tobias was munching on some sweet clovers, Sylvie came scampering over. "Tobias, Tobias," she chattered excitedly. "There's trouble. The great river has dried up, and the animals downstream have no water." Tobias nodded gravely. "That is indeed troubling," he said. "We must do something to help." Sylvie twitched her tail nervously. But what can we do? The river is so big and we are so small." Tobias gave her a reassuring smile. "Sometimes it's not about how big you are, but how big your heart is," he said. Then he turned to his magical backpack. "Let's see what you can do for us today." He opened the backpack, and inside was a small glittering jar with a swirling blue liquid. Tobias carefully took it out and read the tiny label, "Water of Life." The fairy's voice whispered in his ear, "This water can revive the river, but only if you travel to the heartstone at the river's source and pour it there." "That's miles away," Sylvie exclaimed. "It will take forever to get there." Tobias chuckled softly. "Then we'd better start right now." And so the true friends set off on their journey. The forest was full of challenges: thorny bushes, steep hills, and even a sly fox who tried to steal the jar. But Tobias's magical backpack always had what they needed. When they were hungry, it gave them berries. When they were tired, it produced a soft blanket. And when the fox tried to trick them, it gave Tobias a shiny mirror to outwit him by reflecting his own sly grin. Finally, after days of traveling, they reached the Heartstone, a glowing ancient rock nestled in a hidden grove. Tobias carefully uncorked the jar and poured the water of life over the stone. As soon as the liquid touched the rock, the earth began to tremble. A crystal clear stream burst forth, flowing swiftly down the mountainside. It grew and grew until the great river was restored, sparkling under the sun. The animals downstream cheered as the water reached them. Tobias and Sylvie stood by the hearthstone, watching their hard work bring life back to the forest. "You did it, Tobias!" Sylvie exclaimed. "You saved the river." Tobias smiled, his eyes twinkling. "No, Sylvie, we did it, and the forest is a better place because of it." That night, Tobias and Sylvie returned home, exhausted but happy. Tobias placed the magical backpack in its usual spot, whispering a quiet thanks to the fairy who had entrusted him with such a gift. As the forest settled into a peaceful slumber, Tobias looked up at the starry sky and murmured, "Good night, dear forest. Sleep well and wake up stronger tomorrow." "Good night, little one. May your dreams be as magical as Tobias's journey and your heart as kind as his. Sweet dreams."